today's video, I am unclogging my sink. This is my bathroom. This is my main bathroom. This sink has been clogged for about a week now. And I try to do very basic. Well, first I want to say I am not a professional. I just needed to get this sink unclogged. And I looked up videos on YouTube. I will try to post a link of the video I looked up that kind of showed me how to do this. Everything you will see in this video is something that I felt like I could do. Anything beyond, like further into, like any piping into the wall, that I would feel like I would have needed to call an actual expert, somebody that does this on a day-to-day basis. But I started with the video, actually I started with instructions off Home Depot. I wanted to start a very conservative, how to unclog this sink, and I followed the instructions on there. Basically I did the hot water. I wasn't worried about a porcelain sink. I did the hot water, I did the baking soda and the vinegar. I did different combinations of that. None of it worked. So I knew I needed to get under the sink and unclog the P-trap. Now, I thought it was the P-trap, but you will see in the video that there was a lot of gunk, a lot of slush, a lot of goop in the P-trap, so that was not helping any. But then as I continued and I put the P-trap back on, you will also see that not only did it not unclog, but then I had to figure out why I had the water leaking from the little screws that go here. So you will see that it was actually the piece that goes beyond the actual U shape into the wall that was clogged. And it was not fun. It was not fun. I gagged. It smelled horrendous. I had to go get fresh air because it was not fun. If I wasn't on a budget, then I probably would have stopped when I couldn't get these screws off, because as you can tell, I'm not the most muscular person. And I would have called a plumber, a handy person that actually does this for a living. But I needed to get this unclogged and I needed to try it first. It was not fun. So again, I'm not a professional. I will just show you the video pretty much will kind of show everything I did. I do have some things handy already. I already have this wrench, this husky one. I try to use some kitchen things, like this guy. I think I already took some of the things downstairs. And then I already had the tape. I think it's like $1 or $2 at Home Depot, if even. Those home supply stores. I tried to use this guy here, the Stanley, to try to kind of get. The last time this P-trap was worked on was probably 5 years ago. So it was stuck. It was really stuck on there, so I had to do whatever, do some finagling to try to get this these screws off. I even tried this little guy that I use for actually my toilet, because I just replaced. Let me show you. Okay, see, I just replaced replace these guys, the screws. And this whole bathroom needs a good cleaning. But you see, I just replaced that. So now my seat does not move. Which is great because you don't want your seat to move as you're using the bathroom, right? So I think basically if I knew what I was doing, all you really need is one of these wrenches, and a bucket. Definitely a bucket. Now, I was already trying to figure out, like I've been at this for a week. Trying to unclog it the conservative way, I was at it for about a week. I was doing other things in between, but this morning I woke up, I drank my coffee, and I said, nope, I am unclogging this toilet today, or I'm unclogging the sink today. And I did. So I hope you enjoy the video. Hopefully you learned something. Again, I'm not a professional, or maybe you learn of what not to do. I don't know. But yeah, so enjoy the video. Thanks. One thing I did notice is that lefty loosey did not apply here with these two metal screws. It did apply for the white screw going more into the wall, but when I was working on the trying to get the P-traps loose, I definitely had to turn to the right, and then once I was ready to screw everything back on, I had to turn to the left. By the time I figured everything out and got all the screws unloose and cleaned everything, I want to say it took me about an hour and a half. I was so happy when the screws finally gave in. I was trying to clean the P-trap here, but it was not working, so I did have to go and use baking soda, vinegar, and regular water. This is the part where I thought I was done and I was putting everything back together, and it wasn't until I put everything back together when I realized the sink was still clogged and I had water leaking. So I had to take that metal curved pipe, that is where the clog was sitting. So once I was able to clear that, then the sink was draining properly again. And then for the leaking water that was coming through the screws, I did have to use that plumber's tape, and you do have to thread or wrap that tape around the thread of the pipe. There is a proper way, so a correct way and an incorrect way. I'm putting the YouTube video that explained that. I'm putting that link in the description also.